What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit more different. Now, this video is going to be answering some of the most intense questions. Now, my followers and some of my subscribers have gathered questions that they thought was really intense and very deep. So today's segment is going to be focused on those questions. Like I said, don't want to waste time. I just want to get right into it. So I'll see you in a second. All right, guys, what's going on? All right, let's go right into it. I'm excited to do something a little bit more different. I'm always doing reaction videos, so it's nice to be a little different, right? Just a little different. All right, first question. What's a secret you've never told anyone? A secret that I've never told anyone.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Damn, that's a really tough question. Damn, bro, like you came out the gate with this one. There are some things that I can personally say that I've seen witness growing up that would technically incriminate people. So I'm not going to say who it was or any of that.
You a smart motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and skip that question, because the first thing that came into my mind was like, oh, I remember seeing this. I probably shouldn't say that. So yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and skip that one. You go to the next question. All right, so who do you miss but would never reach out to? Nobody. I've been in that situation where I might have missed somebody. I reached out or tried to reach out, got rejected. So fuck you and whatever you got going on, because at least I was trying to be the bigger person to reach out to you. You didn't want to say nothing back, so it's all good. Granted, that was some time ago. It's not even nothing relevant as of right now, but I don't miss anybody that I can't reach out to. If I really miss you, I would make the effort and show up and you know, just be there for you, so, or to talk to you or whatever the case is. So yeah, no, nobody. Next question. What's your biggest insecurity? My biggest insecurity, I got two things, right? First one being my tooth right here. Now, I was born with extra teeth at the bottom of my mouth. Didn't get braces or any of that stuff. And even though I'm grown now, I can go ahead and get all that stuff if I wanted to. I still haven't done it yet. I don't know. It's like a partial insecurity, because I notice it in like certain videos or like certain pictures. I might smile or something or whatever, and I'll be able to look at myself and be like, damn, I see it. But it's not that big of a deal to a lot of people, honestly. But
Sure about that? You sure about that?
for me, that was just like one of my little snippets, or a little single little insecurity. The next thing is my finger. Go over my mic. I was born with a 6 finger. Now, it's not like a huge insecurity, but I do get questioned from time when like somebody might shake my hand, or people are looking at my tattoos and they're like, yo, you got some ink? What's that? Is that a wart? And I'm like, no, it's my 6 finger. And then I have to explain the entire story of like, oh, I was born with a 6 finger. They cut off when I was a baby. No, I don't have any feelings in it. No, I can't move it. Does it grow back? No, it's been 30 years. It has not grown back. So those would be my two quote unquote insecurities. Next question. Have you ever stayed in a relationship longer than you should have? Yes. I'm one of those individuals where I'm going to give my all, 100%. I'm going to put my wants and needs on the back burner to make sure that you're happy and that you're satisfied, and that you get the things that you want, so I can see you smile. Now, in turn, if I don't get what I want back in return or reciprocate it in the least, then I'm out. I lose interest immediately, and it's hard for me to gain that back unless you make a complete 180. I've always been like a people pleaser when I've been in relationships, and as I got older, I learned like people actually are not deserving of the time and effort that I put into it, no matter how much they tell you, how much they whatever. Like, I think I put a lot of my own morals, my own logic, and all that stuff to the side, because if it's something that if I'm really into and I really love you and I really care for you, I'm going to go the extra mile and beyond to make you happy. And I would deal with the own emotional parts of it on my own, and I would never throw it in your face until I ask for something from you and you don't reciprocate it. Now I've lost interest, and I personally just don't care anymore. So yes, I have been in relationships longer than what I should have, and that is why I ended up leaving those relationships. Not all of them, but for the better part. Yeah, that would put me in. Yeah, I would say that probably have that reason that has put me in in a different mind space, I would say, because like we live in a time now where everybody's so focused on self, and I was still one of those individuals that was so focused on making sure that you had a better life or you had something that you always wanted, and I would strive to make sure that came true. And then when it got to the point, or if I'm like, hey, I want to do this or I want to do that, and you're like, no, I'm not comfortable with it, I don't want to do any of that, then it's like, well, damn, I went all these extra miles for you and then you can't even do the same thing for me. So that's why the relationships end up dying or falling off, because for me, I want that same kind of love and the same kind of affection reciprocated. If I give you that same energy, then I would like for it to be returned with no restrictions, no constraints, none of that. So yeah, that's just me. All right, next question. What's something you regret saying to someone? I've said a lot of things to a lot of different people, and I don't necessarily regret saying anything. I might regret my tone, but I'm always in the mindset now of just speaking my mind and just being open and honest about whatever I'm talking about. So if I bring something to somebody's attention and it might come off like, oh, too direct or too rough around the edges, I might regret the delivery of what I said, but I don't necessarily regret what I said specifically. Like one of my exes, we ended up breaking up, but I had told her like, I didn't want to settle down with just one person. Like I kind of wanted to explore my options, and just like, cause we were young, we still high school, and it was just a lot more to life other than, just being with each other. And I was in that mindset of not like fully settling down. And I had let that be known up front that, hey, I don't mind dating for a little bit, kind of just seeing where things go, but I'm still in the market for just talking and dating other people as well. So, the second thing was another ex of mine where we didn't, I wanted to do more with her, and she wasn't really like the type that really want to get out and try nothing new or experience other stuff. So I ended up telling her like, hey, whatever you don't do, somebody else will. And I said it really direct. Now I still mean what I say. I'm not gonna take back whatever I said, but I still very much stand by whatever I believe in. And I had told her, I was just like, look, whatever you don't do, somebody else will. So I will go find somebody that will do these things for me, and they would get my time, my resources, and my efforts, while you go be with somebody that fits your needs and your resources or whatever you got going on. But for me personally, I ended up just deading the whole thing and moving on. Yeah, I got some good questions. Definitely some good questions. All right, next one. Who has hurt you the most? I would say my middle school ex was like one of the most hurtful moments that I think I had witnessed, because I think that was like my very first breakup, my very first heartbreak, to say the least. And a little bit of a backstory with that. I went to school in Augusta, Georgia, right? I didn't attend your theoretical traditional middle school. I was in a magnet school. So I did well enough in my curriculum in middle school that they actually put me at A.R. Johnson, which is a magnet school for accelerated students. So I was in middle school taking technically high school curriculum classes or whatever. So one of the chicks that I was trying to talk to, her name was Mia, and I really liked that girl. And my homeboy Daniel, well, I call him Dan, he was like best friends because they had grew up together or whatever. So we used to share just one class together. It was a science class, and he used to always like watch her and just be like, damn, like I really want to talk to her, but I'm like, not watch her in a creepy sense, but like just look at her and be like, damn, I really want to talk to her, but I ain't had no game, bro. I had no type of finesse or anything. So one day I just said, fuck it, while she was like walking, I had actually carried her books, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I got you, appreciate it." You know, we just walked into her locker, dropped the books off, said bye, got on the bus, and repeated that process for like maybe like a week and a half. And then that following week, I ended up asking her like, "Hey, do you have a boyfriend? Like, are you looking to date anybody?" And she was like, "Yeah, I actually do have a boyfriend." And I was like, so carrying all those books and shit was just a waste, I guess. And I want to say fast forward maybe another 2-3 weeks. My boy Daniel was just like, "Hey, you know, she broke up with her boyfriend Kenny, and it might be your shot." So even at that time, I was not even concerned about being a rebound. I was just like, I just really wanted to call her my girlfriend. So again, after class, I'm walking her to her locker, and I asked her to be my girlfriend. She said yes, and I gave her a hug, and I was like really excited. And that lasted all of like a month. After that, she ended up not coming to school one day. And, you know, my boy Daniel was in the same class as me too. And I had asked him, I'm just like, "Yo, have you talked to Mia? Like, she hasn't texted me and called, nothing." And he was like, "No, bro, like, I haven't talked to her either." So, you know, I had been texting and I got worried and all kind of shit. So, now keep in mind, I used to have the Obama phone, right? Them phones with the minutes that's free after 9 o'clock. I had one of them phones. So I was willing to spend my messages, like it was like 75 cents per text message. And like after 9 o'clock it's free, but before then, like it costs to send a text message. So I was just texting her throughout the day trying to get like a fucking answer. And that evening when I got home, she finally like responded and was like, "Hey, we got to talk about something." And I was like, "Are you okay? Like, let's start off with, are you like physically, mentally health, like okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's just something that I've been wanting to talk to you about." So in my head, I was just like, "Oh, I'm kind of seeing where this is going." She sent me a YouTube video. Can't even remember the name of the video, but it was like a really, really sad song. And I was like, the intro is really sad. I'm kind of getting the gist of what is she trying to, you know, get at. Fast forwarded, and I kid you not, as soon as I fast forwarded, the very first the lyric that popped up was, "You should go find someone else." So I paused it. I was like, click, hold up, pause. What's this about? And she's like, "Yeah, I'm getting back with my ex Kenny. And I didn't want to hurt your feelings. I just wanted to like let you know." And I was like, "Fuck you." Like, now my feelings are actually hurt, bitch. Like, I was thoroughly upset with that shit because it was like my very first heartbreak. The only chick at that school that I really wanted to get with, I actually got with her. Ended up heartbroken. So fast forward, some more time goes by. I don't even know how much time went by. I ended up dating another chick named Dakota. And, you know, we were cool. Everything was good. And we were all at lunch. And, you know how kids are in middle school or even in school in general. They're like, yo, he's not with me here no more. Like, he's over here doing woody woo with this new girl. And that's when word got out that we had broke up or whatever. And it was cool. Like, I was like, she got her thing going on, I got my thing going on. And what really turned the tables was that they broke up again. Her and that guy broke up again. And it made it kind of like, not like a ha-ha moment, but she came to lunch, sat by herself and all that stuff. And I was sitting over there booed up with my new girlfriend at the time. And everybody was like, "Yo, bro, you rubbing that shit in her face." And I was like, "That ain't got shit to do with me, bro. Like, no, you broke my heart, bitch. Now, like, karma's the motherfucker, honestly." So, yeah, damn, I really went on a rant about that one. But yeah, nonetheless, I would say that was probably the most hurtful thing not the most hurtful thing, but someone that did hurt me was like that first relationship deal. So, I'm past that shit now, bro. That was years and years ago. But either way, next question. Have you ever broken someone's heart? Yes. I've broken people's heart, but with good reason. And typically I never done it because I was like really trying to be spiteful. And it's a good reason in my opinion. But yes, I have broken up with other people. And yeah, I had to really sit there and think about it. Like, yeah, I've broken up with people and I'm sure like they really care for me, or whatever the case may be. But like I said, with one of my exes, I just didn't want to settle down, and she knew that ahead of time. But I think theoretically, after we broke up, she was still in that mindset of like, I'll wait for you, and I want you to go live your life and just come back to me. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing none of that at all. But yes, I've done that. Next question. What's one thing you're ashamed of? I would say wasting my time with someone that did not deserve it. And I knowingly waste my time with someone that did not deserve it. I think that's what I would be more ashamed of, because I'm real big on like my money and my time. I don't like wasting money, and I don't like nobody playing with my money. And I don't like wasting time. So I would say, yeah, giving somebody my time and effort that did not deserve it, that I knew didn't deserve it, but I still tried to stick it out for the betterment of that, and they still was not appreciative of it, then yes, I'm ashamed of even doing that and wasting my time. But either way, next question. What's your biggest fear in life? My biggest fear, honestly, is failing as a father. I have 2 kids, so my biggest fear in life is not having them set up in a way where they reach an age of like 18, 19 and so on and so forth, that they don't have anything to help jumpstart them into an easier transition from teenage to adulthood. I think that's one of my biggest fears, because most of the time, and I'm not saying everybody, not everybody's different. Some families do, some families don't do it. But for the majority, especially from my anecdotal experience in a Black household, we don't necessarily always set up the foundation for our children to be able to get out in life with a head start. Like, for instance, setting up money for kids to be able to have some type of funding. So if they want to go to college, they can go to college. If they want to, do these different things, they can do those things. And we tend to not, I think we tend to overlook it, because the whole mindset is once you hit 18, you can get the hell out of my house. And that's like a very toxic thing. In other cultures and other communities, that's not something that's really predominant in the majority for the most part. Most of them look after their kids, or they look after their offspring, in the sense of, let me go ahead and start saving money for you right now while you're 1-2 years old. By the time you hit 18, 19, 20, you got a couple $1,000s saved up, something to give you a head start. Whether you want to invest into a business, you want to go to college, pick up a trade, you have something to start off with. So that is like one of my biggest fears, is failing in doing that. Like my life being cut too short, where I don't get the opportunity to see my work, play out for my children when they get older. All right. Next question. What's something you pretend doesn't bother you? I would say the biggest thing for me is, I would say death. Yeah, I would say the idea of death, not like the idea of like dying, because I know we all have to die someday, so on and so forth. The idea of eternity is something that bothers me, because I seen a video, right? And it opened up my eyes to a whole nother perspective. This guy had like a 20-foot rope, right? And with the rope at the very tip of the start of the rope, he had wrapped up in red tape, and he held it, and he was like, hey, this is your lifespan as a human, right? You're born here at this end of the tape, and then you die here at this end of the tape, right? And he was like, but after you're dead, then he just started pulling. He was like, what about all of this? Like, you have all of eternity, whether that's you believe in going to heaven, hell, purgatory, reincarnation, like you have all of eternity. And like, I think the idea for me used to be like, will we ever get bored? Or like, I don't know, like it's hard to fathom eternity. Some people are like, oh no, you'll be eternity with Christ and heaven and all that good stuff. That's all fine and dandy, but the idea still stuck with me of like, okay, we're in heaven. We literally done everything. You have nothing. There's no time. So you can build all the houses. You can do all the labor in the world. You can literally do anything, and you don't have time. And it's just like, are we going to be doing that for eternity? Like, or if you're looking from a spiritual perspective, are you going to just be reincarnating over and over and over again until like what? You get your lessons right. Okay, you get your lessons right. You move on to a higher enlightenment period. And then now what? You're just in that enlightened period, just existing. So that used to be one of my biggest, not biggest fears, but one of the biggest things that used to bother me because I could never find the answer to it. I'm at a point now where I really don't think about it as much. I've done like a lot of research. I've done my own spiritual meditation and everything like that. So I found peace with a lot of different things, and that idea doesn't necessarily bother me no more. But it was still something that, for the longest, was on my mind. So, what's one thing you wish people knew about you? Honestly, though, I think I wish people knew how dedicated I can be. Just don't piss me off, bro. Like, just be easygoing. Do what I ask. I'll do what you ask. We live in one big Hakuna Matata around this motherfucker. Like it's not that hard. And I think a lot of times, I tend to like give myself more and more to people that are not deserving of it. And it's very frustrating because it's just like, bro, I'm willing to do so much for you, and you're not even trying to, like, you give me the bare minimum, and I'm just like, I went, a step further than that. So, I just wish more people knew how dedicated I can be. Once I call you mine, once I call you like we're together, and we're in this thing for the long run, or like you're my bro, or like you're a really close friend of mine, like you can call on me for whatever you need and I will be there. But you have to make it make sense too, because if I ask you to show up for something for me and you're like, oh I can't, bro, okay, like now it's like I'm not finna reciprocate the same energy and show up to anything that you got going on. So that's just how I look at it. Next question though. What's your toxic trait? My toxic trait, I guess, would be I'm very direct, but like I'm honest, and I don't care about how I speak my mind. Some people would consider that toxic, but for me, I would just be direct and tell you like, hey, like this is what I think, this is what I want. You either with it or you're not. I'm not going to sit there and sugarcoat stuff. So I think that might be like a toxic trait of mine. The second thing would be, I think I'm really good at manipulation. I don't do it like now, of course, but when I think about it, like I was really able to manipulate people's emotions, people's perspectives on things, and really I would say maneuver it in a sense in my best interest. So that's just me being open and honest about the whole thing. I would say that would be another toxic trait. But as I said before, like that was like the younger me when I was on that type of time and doing all of those things. Now I'm chill, and I really don't have the time or patience for any of that nonsense. So yeah, that would be like one of my toxic traits. All right, second. Who would you apologize to if you knew they'd forgive you? Nobody. Mainly because I apologize to people and I got the silent treatment. So to those persons, fuck you. I do not care no more. Granted, shit was in the past, but like if I apologize and you ignore me, then fuck you, because I at least came up and tried to apologize to you. I tried to correct the wrong, try to be the bigger person. You don't owe me no explanation. You don't owe me anything. Cool. But that's just how I feel. Fuck you. Bye. On to the next one. So, yeah. That's my viewpoint on that one. Yo. That's my viewpoint. Next question. What's something you've done that your parents would never forgive? I haven't done anything that they would never forgive. I've never crossed my parents in that sense of doing something like outlandish where they're like, bro, I can't forgive you for this. Now, my parents are very open-minded. We're very accepting of each other. So no matter what it is, we have each other's back. And I literally mean just that. Like, no matter what I do in life, if I come to them and be like, hey, I did this, they might be upset. They might have their opinion about it. But ultimately, it's not something that's detrimental to the relationship. So as it stands, like, no, there's nothing that I've ever done that they haven't forgive. Now, I know my dad, for instance, he's real big on not lying to him. So if you lie to him, he'll hold that against you because you're a man. You're a man of your word. So that's all you got when this world has nothing else to offer. You only got your word. So lying to him, he'll be like real big on that, and it'll take a long time before he ever gets to a point where he can even remotely trust you, if he ever gets to that point. My mom's the same way. Don't lie to her. And she's real big on honesty and being open and communicating. So outside of that, I haven't done anything that would warrant them not forgiving me for it. You know what I mean? So either way, have you ever settled because you were afraid of being alone? No. Me, who I am, I enjoy other people's company. I enjoy building. I enjoy growing. However, I have no issue with being alone. And hell, even in the relationships, I enjoy my alone time. I enjoy my peace. That is the time where I recharge my social battery to go out into the world and to deal with other people. So, when it comes to being alone, I have no issues with being alone. I would do this shit by my fucking self if I got to. But I do enjoy being around people, or just like, just socializing, because I'm a social person, but I also like my space at times. So it's kind of like a give take situation in that case. Next question is, if your ex told the truth about you, what would they say? I know they would say that I have a really crazy sense of humor. Coming from like a crazy household, or as you would call it, an unstable household, I've learned to use humor as a coping mechanism for a lot of different things, especially working in EMS. You find ways to kind of cope with some of the things that you see. So my humor can be a little off the wall, a little left, but it's who I am, and it makes me the person I am today. So if anything, if all else, they would say he was hilarious. He was funny. He made me laugh, or, he was just like himself, I think would be the better term. He was just himself. So yeah. Let's see. Next question is, because I ended up losing my spot. What's the dream you've given up on? All right. So growing up, I used to always want to be a firefighter. And once I became a firefighter and did all the training and all that stuff, I realized like this is not what I really wanted. And I ended up just leaving the fire department altogether. So I would say that would probably be the one technically dream that I had that I was just like, I'm good. I don't want to. It's not that I couldn't achieve it. It's just like once I got to that point, I was like, I had to do a self reevaluation and got up out of there. So yeah, that would probably be the only dream that I've had that I actually just like did not want to see it through. Next question. If you could erase one memory, what would it be? Honestly, with the way life has been for me, there's not a single memory that I would ever erase, because I think the memories that we have is what shape us as individuals, and is a part of the life experience that we go through. So it makes us who we are. And for those of you who have seen the movie Inside Out, those core memories, those emotions, all of that makes you who you are, and it's all necessary to have those things because you're human. So for me, I would not erase any of them. Like I said, like some are good, some are bad, but nonetheless, it was still necessary. And apparently I needed to take that path in life to get that memory to make me who I am today. So I wouldn't erase any of it. But that is the end of the questions. I do want to say thank you guys for tuning in and diving into some of these deep questions. I do appreciate my followers and subscribers for just randomly sending me questions that I should, ask on the channel. And this makes for some good content. I really appreciate you guys. Those of you who have been asking, yes, I am still trying to shoot the video for my reaction to my Jeep. Now, I have the equipment, I have everything in place. The issue is that it's raining every single day that I have off work, either because it's been like this for like the last 2 weeks. It's either raining, I recently just got over being sick, or I'm working, and then by the time nighttime comes, I need lighting to be able to film You know what I mean? So it's still in the works. I might shoot it tomorrow if the weather permits. But yeah, I know I've been getting some questions about that, and like when I'm going to release the video and so on and so forth. So don't worry, I'm working on that. Once the weather clears up enough for me to be able to go out and shoot, then you guys will of course get to see that. But either way, nonetheless, thank you guys for tuning in, and I appreciate everybody that have given me the questions that I needed for this. And like I said, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys at the next video.